Yeah, watch what your kids are watching on Netflix. A lot of suggestive stuff out there at the moment, normalising that sort of behaviour.
Greetings, Professor Falcon. Strange game. The only winning rule is not to play.
So I requested a second document from the doctor earlier, as per my father's instructions after talking to him last night. Was immediately asked to go and have a doctor's appointment this afternoon. I said no, I don't need a doctor's appointment. I only phoned up requesting a second 300-page document for my father, because every time I've spoken up about what's been happening to me and my animals, it appears to have been logged by the doctors as an anxiety or personality problem or disorder. So does that mean I haven't been listened to and it's just been dismissed as the ramblings of a madman? Which is kind of my point, isn't it? Neighbour tried to kill me, being portrayed as mad. Every time I discuss it, oh, there must be something wrong with him. Funny old world, ain't it? Let's see what we was being warned about when the state goes after someone and sets them an impossible task. Let's say like the Investigatory Powers Act Codes of Use, where they set you up to section, imprison or kill you if you pose a threat to them. So let's see what we've been warned about and see who actually got it. Because I know what's within me. They don't have a defence for that. So a legal black magic word spell game in court to try and control, boss, order what to do, when I should have really been listened to. So let's see how this pans out. One-way ticket, remember?
Last year, the Federal Bureau of Investigation revelled in porcine glee at its successful infiltration of certain elements of Anonymous.
Raindrops on the window now.
This infiltration was achieved through the use of the same tactics which led to Aaron's
Blustery wind,
death.
shaking the top of the tree.
It would not have been possible were it not for the power of federal prosecutors to thoroughly destroy the lives of any activists they apprehend through the very real threat of
How
highly
far behind the
disproportionate
US
sentencing.
is the
As a result
UK?
of the FBI's infiltration and entrapment tactics, several more of our brethren now face similar disproportionate persecution. The balance of their lives hanging on the severely skewed scales of a broken justice system. We have felt within our hearts a burning rage in reaction to these events, but we have not allowed ourselves to be drawn into a foolish and premature response. We have bidden our time, operating in the shadows, adapting our tactics and honing our abilities. We have allowed the FBI and its masters in government, both the puppet and the shadow government that controls it, to believe they had struck a crippling blow to our infrastructure, that they had demoralized us, paralyzed us with paranoia and fear. We have held our tongue.
Getting it yet?
With Aaron's death, we can wait no longer. The time has come to show the United States Department of Justice and its affiliates the true meaning of infiltration.
So the UK courts and justice system.
Its own medicine. The time has come for them to feel the helplessness and fear that comes with being forced into a game where the odds are stacked against them. This website was chosen due to the symbolic nature of its purpose. The federal sentencing guidelines, which enable prosecutors to cheat citizens of their constitutionally guaranteed right to a fair trial by a jury of their peers.
Constitutional
The federal
rights.
sentencing guidelines, which are in clear
If
violation
your
of the
rights
Eighth
and
Amendment
freedoms are not
protection against
guaranteed by
cruel
the
and
Crown, you
unusual
are allowed
punishments. This
by the
website
Magna
was also
Carta to
chosen
enter
due
into
to
a
the
state
nature
of
of its
lawful,
visitors.
peaceful rebellion.
It is far from the only government asset we control, and we have exercised such control for quite some time. There
Hence,
has
a
been a lot fuss
lockdown.
recently in the technological media regarding such operations as Red October, the widespread use
No
of vulnerable
private
browsers,
legal
and the
counsel now.
availability of zero-day
Aids
exploits for
the
these
state
browsers
in
and
what
their
they do,
plugins.
doesn't it?
None of this comes, of course, as any surprise to us. But it is
Doctors,
perhaps good that
part
those
of the
within
same
the information
system,
security industry are making the extent
raising
of
a
these threats
question
more
on
widely
mentality
understood.
for
Still, there
sectioning,
is nothing quite as
imprisoning or
educational
killing.
as a well-conducted demonstration. Through this website,
Now
and
you're
various
getting the
others that
scope
will
of
remain
how the
unnamed,
phone
we
hacking
have been
scandal
conducting our own
morphed into
infiltration.
what we're all
We do
living
not
under.
restrict ourselves like the FBI to
But there
one
is a way to
high-profile
stop it all.
compromise. We are far more ambitious and far more capable. Over the last 2 weeks we have wound down this operation, removed all traces of leakware from the compromised systems, and taken down the injection apparatus used to detect and exploit vulnerable machines. We have enough fissile material for multiple warheads. Today we are launching the first of these. Operation Last Resort has
Lovely
begun.
weather.
Warhead US DOJ LEA 2013 AED 256 is primed and armed. It has been quietly distributed to numerous mirrors over the last few
You
days.
see the
and
way
is
they all
available for
went at the
download
UK
from
then?
this website now. We encourage all anonymous to syndicate this file as widely as possible. The contents are various and we won't ruin the speculation by revealing them. Suffice it to say, everyone has secrets, and some things are not meant to be public. At a regular interval commencing today, we will choose one media outlet and supply them with heavily redacted partial contents of the file. Any media outlet switching to be eligible for this program must include within their reporting a means of secure communications. We have not taken this action lightly, nor without consideration of the possible consequences, should we be forced to reveal the trigger key to this warhead. We understand that there will be collateral damage. We appreciate that many who work within the justice system believe in the principles that have been lost, corrupted, or abandoned, but they do not bear the full responsibility for the damages caused by their occupation. It is our hope that this warhead need never be detonated. However, in order for there to be a peaceful resolution to this crisis, certain things need to happen. There must be reform of outdated and poorly envisioned legislation
October
written to be so
87.
broadly applied as to make a felony crime
Like
out of
a
violation of
warhead.
terms of service, creating in effect vast swathes of crimes and allowing for selective punishment. There must be reform of mandatory minimum sentencing. There must be a return to proportionality of punishment with respect to actual harm caused, and consideration of motive and mens rea. The inalienable right to a presumption of innocence and the recourse to trial and possibility of exoneration must be returned to its sacred status, and not
Definitely
gambled
a
away
one-way
by
ticket,
trial
ain't
bargaining
it?
in the face of overwhelming sentences, unaffordable justice and disfavourable odds. Laws must be upheld unselectively and not used as a weapon of government to make examples of those it deems threatening to its power. For good reason the statue of Lady Justice is blindfolded. No more should her innocence be besmirched, her scales tipped, nor her sword hand-guided. Furthermore, there must be a solemn commitment to freedom of the internet, this last great common space of humanity, and to the common ownership of information to further the common good. We do not expect to be negotiated with. We do not desire to be negotiated with. We understand that due to the actions we take, we exclude ourselves from the system within which solutions are found. There are others who serve that purpose, people far more respectable than us, people whose voices emerge from the light and not the shadows. These voices are already making clear the reforms that have been necessary for some time and are outright required now. It is these people that the justice system, the government, and law enforcement must engage with. Their voices
Come
are
down on their
already
heads, innit?
ringing strong with a chorus of determined resolution. We demand only that this course is not ignored. We demand the government does not make the mistake of hoping that time will dampen its reign, that they can ride out this wave of determination, that business as usual can continue after
Wonder what the trigger was.
lip service and backpatting. Not this time. This time there will be change, or there will be chaos.
And a rainbow. A nice rainbow to finish off the day. Wonder where the pot of gold lies. Have a good evening. Yeah, right? That bubbling. Woo! Let's make some poached eggs. And a rainbow. A nice rainbow to finish off the day. Wonder where the pot of gold lies. Have a good evening.
So since yesterday's energy spike, which I would say would be a trigger event, triggering the energy within, we've still got the 4 levels. So I'm going to add this for the last time. Because either they're stupid or they're provoking to see what the response is going to be. Wow. Seems like that one's been removed off the main list now. How ironic is that? Let's just change it, see if it is under that one. No, it's been removed. Let's try another way of doing it.
Are you a slider? The phenomena of high energy
Remember
people
the pain
causing
body.
electronics to go haywire. We all know that everything is energy,
Pain is
right?
a trigger.
Many people do not realize their supercharged energy can cause
Anxiety.
electronic and electric appliances
Emotional
interferences.
turmoil.
Really?
Physical pain.
Yes.
They're all triggers.
And I want to admit I am one of those people. Sometimes really weird things happen when I am super excited, charged, loaded with a lot of